AITA for not making my child apologize for causing a family crisis? About 6 years ago, my son, 10M his age then, and his cousin, 11F, were very close. They played together a lot. My niece isn't biologically related to my sister's husband. She got pregnant before marriage and was extremely ashamed of it due to being very religious. Her now husband started dating her when my niece was 2, and she never knew he wasn't her biological dad. They decided to never tell her and pretend he was her biological dad. They told me that she might be more rebellious if she knew the truth, and also that she might not respect the importance of a traditional family if she knew they aren't technically one. My son was playing at their house and heard them discussing her biological dad and realized her father isn't biologically related to her. He told her immediately and she freaked out. I wasn't there, but according to my son, she began crying and yelling that they lied to her. My BIL yelled at my son for ruining his family and he called me crying. I went over to pick him up and he began yelling at me for telling him, which I told him I did not. My son admitted he overheard and my BIL started yelling at him, which caused me to yell at him. It wasn't my son's fault. I left with him and he was banned from their house. In the meantime, he talked with her over the phone and told me she was having a hard time. My sister and BIL didn't want them hanging out again. I'm not sure what happened in the 6 years since we have since moved away. My son did tell me his cousin's biological father wants to meet her, which caused a lot of issues with her parents. Last week, I got a call from my sister. She said she wants to make peace, but only if my son apologizes to his cousins and her husband. I told her my son already took the initiative to apologize to his cousin shortly after he told her, but he should have to apologize to her husband for just telling the truth. She began to yell at me that this has damaged her marriage and I failed to discipline my son for ruining her family. I hung up, but I do want to make peace, if only for my son to hang out with his cousin again. But AITA for refusing to make my son apologize?